Hi, it is Thursday, March 31st. I'm Georgia and I'm over here in my sewing room. I met up with Elaine this morning, who is left handed, and she was wanting me to help her. I don't want to say learn how to crochet because I think she already knows, but she's struggling a little bit because she's left handed. Well, I'm right handed, but I think that I was able to give her a little bit of help this morning, and I told her that I would come home and make a video to see if that would help her. So what I'm going to show you today is how to make a little swatch of fabric that you can actually use for a mug rug. You could use it to wash your face, something, whatever. Anyway, it's just a little sample, and of course I'm going to finish this one off in the video for you, but I kind of did it with a little texture, the little ripple effect, and I'll show you how that became. Actually, I learned that by making these little cute little bibs. And if anyone's interested in this, I can certainly do another video to teach you how to do that. It's basically the same thing, except that you have some slip stitches here at the top, and then these are single crochets. So, okay, so what you do is get your yarn, and in a few minutes, well, in a few seconds actually, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to try to crochet where you can see what I'm doing. I don't know. We're going to see. Okay, so because I know if I crochet from here, you're not going to be able to see my hook. So I take this from my yarn. Here's the end. I use the magic circle. If you are just used to this way of making a loop, you can do that. And I said a magic circle thinking I'm doing a circle. I'm not. So the loop is what we're going to do. I'm sorry. I goofed up, but I'm not going to restart the video. So you're taking your yarn, you're wrapping it around, and you're pulling one piece through. My loop is pretty big. I'm going to pull it tighter. And I have a rather long tail, and that's okay. I like long tails. Here's my piece that I'm going to finish. I like a long tail because when I'm done, I like to get my needle. Here's my needle. I thread it, and then I can hide my ends. Okay, so here it is. Now, the piece that's loose is going to be the dangling. Here's my other piece that's attached to the skein. I'm going to hold it. I have it where I'm holding it like this. And I'm going to make a chain. I'm going to chain 21. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I just did it. There's my chain. Okay. What is a chain? I'm going yarn over and pulling it through my loop. Yarn over and pulling it through my loop. Yarn over, pulling it through my loop. And I'll pull it out and I'll do it again, just in case you didn't get it. I'm going to loop my yarn over my fingers, pull up a loop, pull it tight, but not so tight that it's so snug that you can't move. You want to, something that I always found helpful was this flat piece right here on your crochet hook. you want to make sure you don't want your yarn to be loose. That's too loose. So you pull it tight, and then you can bring it over here. If it can go over this flat piece, which is a little bit wider than the rest of the hook, then you're good. That's perfect. Okay, now we're going to make a chain again. Yarn over, pull it through the loop. That's 1. Yarn over and through the loop is 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, 20, it's going to be 20 stitches, but you need to be able to have something to bring you up to your first row. So, 21. Okay. Now, here's the back. There's the front. Okay. So what you're going to do is you have that extra, that 21st stitch. We're not going to stitch in that one. We're going to stitch in the second chain from the hook. So if you see where my hook is, the first chain is the 21st stitch. The next chain is the 20th. That's where I'm going to insert my hook. So I'm going to, oh, this is really hard to show you. I'm going to insert my hook into, if you notice here, there's a top and there's a bottom. It looks like there's 2 pieces of yarn. There's a top and a bottom. Okay, I'm going to insert my hook into the bottom loop. I don't know if you can see that very well. Okay, I have it inserted into the bottom loop. Okay, and then I'm going to pull up a loop. Okay, I have it in the bottom. I had to redo it because I moved it around too much. Okay, I have it in the bottom. I'm going to get my yarn, remember, and I'm going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and notice I have 2 loops on my hook. Okay, so I'm going to yarn over again through both loops. Again, into, I don't know if I turn all the way around. See, I'll be too high. I won't be able to show you. She did tell me to use a mirror, but I couldn't find one that I could do this with. So here, in the bottom loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. The bottom, right there, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, through 2 loops. Again, the bottom, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and through 2. Okay, so here I go, and I'm going to show you what it's going to look like when I get to the end. And I had told you to do 21 chains. So what's going to happen is you're going to do, you've got your 20 plus 1. And that plus 1, we didn't crochet in that one. So we're having 20 single crochets. And then of course we have that one that we skipped. Okay, so we're going to go all the way across. I'm almost there. I know I'm not looking so camera friendly today. That's okay. It's just a quiet crafternoon at the Arredondo house. Daisy's had her playtime. She's taking a nap, and hubby's at work. Okay, I'm almost there. 2 more. Okay. So there we are. That's what it looks like. It's okay. That's the front. Okay. Now, here I am at the end. I have to turn around. Well, to turn and do the other side, there's some noise outside, sorry. I'm going to chain 1. Chain 1 starts that base. Gives me a starting point on my next row. Now, in order to have this ripply look, this little texture, okay, I have that chain 1. I'm going to turn, and I'm going to single crochet in only 1 loop in the back loop. And you can see on my piece, there's 2 loops for each stitch. And I am going to go into the back loop. Okay, I'm always going to have my yarn on my hook, but I'm going to take my hook, I'm going to go into the back loop, and I'm going to pull up my yarn. Remember, I had to yarn over, pull it up, yarn over, and through both loops. Again, I'm going into the back loop. I'm pulling up my yarn over, pull it through both loops. Again, I'm putting it in the back loop, pull up a loop, and then I yarn over and pull it through. And I'm going to continue. And if you're watching this and you're struggling because I'm not showing you properly, or it's really kind of hard to do it by myself. I know, Elaine, I'm sorry, you told me to use a mirror. Well, I didn't want to go sit in the restroom and do it. I guess I could have dragged a chair in there by the big mirror, but then I'd have to set up this whole thing by myself. I didn't really know what to do. So here I am. So again, you're going to get to the end, almost at the end. Somehow I got a piece of thread. I guess that's because I'm in the sewing room. Okay, and here we are. Okay, so here I am. I'm at the end. Again, yarn over. There's my chain. Turn. In the back loop, yarn over, pull it up. There's my 2, like that. And I'm going to continue. And as I continue this, I can see, and I will show you, that it's creating that little pattern. And, you know, if you say, oh no, I did it wrong, I went through 2 loops instead of 1 loop, that's okay. That's just going to give you a flat piece instead of one with ripples. No problem. No problem. I just wanted something with a little more character. Okay, so you can see that it's got a little bit of texture. So I'm not going to sit here and crochet the whole thing, but I'm going to take mine sample that I had already worked on, and I'm going to finish it. And again, here I am. Remember, I'm not going to pull it too tight. It's just as loose as this flat piece of my hook will fit. Okay. And I'm finishing in the back loop, pull up a loop, then I have two, pull it through. Back loop, pull up a piece of loop, piece of yarn. There we go. I'm making single crochets. Single crochets. And then, of course, I already cut my piece because I knew I was finished and I wanted to show you. So, here I am. This is my last one. Snip, I cut it. Then I take it here and I just pull it through. Ta-da! I'm done. And then take a yarn needle. Look at, that's pretty big. It's almost as long as my finger, actually. Yeah, pretty close. So my needle is threaded. And then you're just going to, oops. Hide your end of your yarn. And you can just la-di-da all the way across, hiding the yarn, hiding the yarn. It's very quiet in the house today, but I hear the NAS pilots out there practicing. Sometimes you can hear them. See, there it is. Get my scissors. Snip that. Here's that piece from when I started. Again, thread of my needle. And I'm just gonna hide my stitches, hide my yarn in my stitches. Here we go. And what did we make, you ask? It's whatever you want to call it. It could be just a little swatch, a little sample. You could say, I didn't like the way that came out, so I'm going to rip it out because I didn't like the way it came out. And that's called frogging. And I always wonder, what do they mean frogging? Frogging, they call it frogging because you rip it, rip it, rip it like a frog. Okay, so back to what we made. What did we make, you ask? Call it whatever you want. It's whatever you want it to be. It could be a mug rug. That's a fancy way of saying coaster. It could be a face cloth. You could use it in the restroom to wash your face. If you make a few of them, you can have a nice pretty stack. And if you're using cotton, like I like to use cotton, they wash really well. Cotton washes good. If you're afraid they're going to get lost, then get you a little laundry bag, put them in there, toss them in the washer and dryer, and you're good. So this could be a mug rug. There's a bottle. Look at the bottle on it. It even fits my big cup, my water cup. You can use it to scrub your face. Whatever. They're handy. Very handy. You could use it to wash dishes. Okay? And like I said, if anyone's interested, I may try to do this. I know my sister had asked once before, and I explained it to her how to make this, but I could do a video. This is a baby bib. I still need to hide the ends. Basically the same pattern. Very easy, and I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that I was able to show you a little bit more in a little slower instruction. But that's it for today. I have my shirt, create every day. Create every day, because creating things is fun and relaxing, and we all need to relax. Too wild out there. So everybody have a great day. See you later.